You've clicked on this video because you want to grow your audience on social media. Well, you have come to the right place. These tactics that I'm going to share have worked for myself and as well as our clients here at Brooklyn Social. Also, if you're new here, hi, my name is Brooklyn. Here's where we share all things social media and marketing tips to help grow your brand and business. So why does having a strong brand matter for your business? Reason number one is that the market is very saturated. Most often than not, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of other businesses that are selling the exact same products and services that you are. So how are you going to stand out from your competition? It's through creating strategic content that attracts your ideal audience. So these are the key tactics that I would use if I was starting a social media account from scratch. Number one is know your brand values. So pick 2 to 3 words to describe your business. So for example, some words that you can use are authentic, bold, transparent. You want your audience to know what you stand for and what your values are, because this is going to help grow your brand. Number 2 is understand how you want your audience to feel when they watch your content. So are you wanting them to laugh? Are you wanting them to feel entertained? Are you wanting your brand to feel more edgy or professional? Before you hit post on any of your content, you always want to understand how you want your audience to feel after consuming your content. My next tip is choose 1 to 2 platforms to focus on. So instead of spreading yourself so thin, trying to be an expert at all the platforms, I don't recommend that. Choose one platform and just become an expert in that one platform, because it's going to be a lot harder to gain momentum if you're trying to be on every platform. My next piece of advice is know your customer inside and out. So some of the ways that you can do this is by asking them questions on Instagram stories. You can do a survey. This way you're getting their exact responses, and then you can create content that helps them and ultimately attract more people into your business. For example, if you're a business coach, you should be creating content like testimonials, industry news. This way, whenever people think of business, they're gonna think about you. My next piece of advice is to choose your posting frequency. So you don't wanna spread yourself so thin. You don't wanna be posting constantly and then not seeing results. I don't recommend that. I would focus more on the quality of your content rather than the quantity. So if you can commit to showing up once or twice a week on social media, that's great. Stick to that and build that habit before doing more. So my next point is to talk about the problem that you solve. So you don't just want to share only educational advice. You want to actually talk about what specific problem are you solving for your audience? Why should they follow you? You should know the answer to that question inside and out, because why should someone listen to your advice if they don't even know what problem that you solve for them? The next thing that you want to do is identify your brand voice. So you want to identify words that you do say in your content and also words that you don't say, because this can make or break your brand. For example, if you're a business that only uses a certain type of language, you want to stick to that, because this is going to help build your credibility and people are going to trust you more, because you don't just want to use any type of language, because you can really hurt the trust with your audience. The next thing that you want to do is rotate between your different content pillars. So content pillars are essentially different topics that you talk about in your content. So for example, you can talk about your life, you can talk about your business, you can talk about industry news. You want to rotate between different content pillars so that you give your content lots of variety. You don't just want to be selling to your audience because they're going to get tuned out. You want to have a full view of your brand and what you stand for, your values, beyond just what you sell. So to end off this episode, I just want to say that consistency on social media pays off, because whenever you post consistently, you're going to see what works and what doesn't work. Worst thing that you can do is just stay stagnant and not do anything. So don't do that. You want to consistently try new things on social media, because this is going to help build trust with your audience and get more leads for your business. So we have come to the end of this episode. Thank you so much for listening. If you like this episode, make sure to share it with your friends, post it on social media. That would mean the world to us. And also rate the show. Give us a review on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time.